Hello, winning women. It has been a long time, but I just wanted to come to you with some encouraging words and just remind you that it is so important for you to have a relationship with God. I know that you have to work. I know that you have to go to school. I know that you have children to take care of, a husband to take care of. You have yourself to take care of. But it is so important for you to also take care of that relationship with God. That is the most important thing to do. He gave you them kids. He gave you that job. He gave you them the intelligence to be able to go to school, or the ability to be able to go to school, because some people just can't go. So God gave you all these things, and it is so important that you cultivate and take care of the relationship that you have with Him. And if you don't have a relationship with Him, it is by far one of the most significant relationships that you can ever start in your life. Okay, like it creates peace that surpasses all understanding. Your life, or not your life, but things in your life could be going down. I mean, crashing all around you, but because you have that relationship with God, you'll just have such a peace about you, such a calm, such a serenity in your spirit, in your mind. Your thoughts won't be all crashing all over your brain because of the peace of God. So I'm just here to encourage you to start going to Sunday service if you have that in your schedule to do. If you don't, call somebody from church. Hey, what were the notes from today at service? I had to work, and I really want to, I still want to know what that information was. Or if you have it where your service is recorded or taped, get those tapes, get those recordings, watch that YouTube video if you can. Do what you got to do to get closer to God. It's not really good to always be out of church. It's not good to always be out of service, because these are the times that you're fellowshipping with other people that believe in God, that are trying to follow God, follow His standards, and have the same standards. It's not good to always miss out on that fellowship time to praise and worship the Lord with others that are praising and worshiping the same Lord. It's just, and you miss testimony service. Like, bruh, testimony service? You hear all the good things that God is doing for the people around you. Like, it's not just in the Bible, but He's still doing things. He's still working miracles right now today. As we speak, He is moving on somebody's behalf. So get to church, get to Bible study, get to Sunday school, get to regular Sunday service. And if you can't make it to Sunday service in the morning, get to Sunday service in the afternoon or in the evening, if you guys have that at your church. And not only regular Sunday service, but Bible study is very important too. Like, it's so helpful. You digging in that word, you getting to ask questions that you wouldn't really get to ask during Sunday service. So yes, get to Bible study too. And on Friday, if you guys have prayer or a Friday service, get to it. There's so many things in the world that the devil has planted. He has seeds planted all over this world that can distract us, and do distract us many times away from God, away from His teachings, away from His churches, away from His preachers, away from His teachers, away from the fellowship of His people. The devil distracts you from it all the time. It is time that we get our focus on the Lord. 2020 is very new, y'all. It is only January 11th. It's still very new. You can do a lot of things within this year alone, and one of those things should be to get closer to God. Close. Get closer to Him. He loves you. He desires a relationship with you. He desires to abide with you, in you. Can you imagine? Like, just get it together. Get on your knees. Okay, so maybe you have bad knees and it's hard for you to get on your knees. So get a chair and sit down and just get in His presence. Let His presence envelope you. wrap you up in his arms. I mean, listen, God is our first love. He made us. He put us together from head to toe in our mother's womb. He knew what we would be before we were. He knew what we would be before she knew she was even pregnant with us. Get back to your first love. It is nothing better, nothing more calming and overwhelming than getting back to your first love. He has so much in store for you. God bless you, and remember to be positive, be peaceful, and be ever so productive. Peace out. I also wanted to just throw this in there. There are people in different countries that, well, hello, sir. There are people in different countries that are fighting for their lives to just be able to pick up a Bible. Like, they are fighting for their lives to pick up a Bible. They want to so bad. They have to whisper their praise and worship so that nobody can't hear them, so they don't get killed. And sometimes, it's hard to muffle your praise and worship. So while you have the opportunity and the chances to do so freely, get it done. Max said, yeah. Get it done. Like, people are dying in different. Yes, baby. They're dying in different countries just because they want to worship God. Just because they want to say Jesus. Just because they want to plead the blood of Jesus. They're dying. They're being taken out. They're getting slaughtered in front of their families. Okay? Yeah. So, definitely take that into consideration when you say, I don't want to go to church. There's somebody that's fighting to go to church. There's somebody that's in a hole somewhere reading their Bible. There's somebody that has come together with other believers, other followers in basements, in very hard conditions, because they want to be able to praise and worship God. The Israelites were running away from the Egyptians because they wanted to praise. They wanted to worship. They wanted to go before their Father. And the Egyptians were like, nah, bruh. Nah, y'all don't need to do all that. Y'all slaves. So don't be a slave to the mentality that you have other things to do. You have a life to live. But remember that who gave you that life?